Relation and functions, the first topic of class 12th. Children, we have already studied about relation, the Cartesian product, the ordered pair, how we calculate. Okay, now in today's class, we'll try to understand some particular type of relation and uh, how to show that the function is reflexive, symmetric, the types of relation, right? So let's start with the definition of relation. So we say that if A is some non-empty set, then the subset of A cross A is called a relation. Then any subset of A cross A is called a relation. That means all the ordered pair formed from all the Cartesian product formed from the set A cross A will be type of relation. So empty relation, what is empty relation? So we say that if null set is a subset of A cross A and null set is a relation on A, this relation is called an empty relation. Okay, let's see how. Suppose a set A has three elements 1, 2, 3, and if we calculate the ordered pair of A cross A, it will be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, and so on up to 3, 3. Right? Suppose if we define a relation as R equals to curly bracket open A comma B such that A comma B belongs to A and A plus B equals to 9. So we cannot find any ordered pair, any value of A and B whose sum is 9. So there is no element, no pair which satisfy the given relation, given condition. So we say that there is no pair in A cross A satisfies the condition A plus B equals to 9. So R is the empty relation. Alright. So this is how we define empty relation. Okay, note down please. Now next is universal relation. In universal relation we say that all the ordered pairs satisfy the condition. That means as A cross A is a subset of A cross A, so A cross A is a relation on A, the relation is called the universal relation. That means all the ordered pairs satisfy the condition, that relation will become universal relation. Like in previous empty relation we have studied that no ordered pair satisfy the condition. So it is empty relation. Universal relation, all the ordered pairs satisfy the condition. Let's take an example here. If A is 1, 2, 3, then A cross A will be 1, 1, 2, 2 and so on up to 3, 3. Alright. So the relation, if we say that, is defined as A comma A, where A and B belongs to A, okay, and the condition which is given to us, A plus B is greater than equals to 2. Alright. So we can see that all the ordered pairs satisfy the condition. 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, which is equal to 2. 1, 2 is 3, which is greater than 2. Right. So we can see that all the ordered pairs satisfying the condition. So when all the ordered pairs satisfy the condition, then the relation will become universal relation. Alright. Note down please. Now children, next is identity relation. So we say that when in identity relation, when the element is related to itself only. Take example, if A is given as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the identity relation of A will be 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. Alright. So these are the ordered pair which satisfy the identity relation of set A. So we also defined identity relation of set A as all the ordered pairs like A comma A for all A belongs to set A elements, right? So this is what identity relation is. Please note down. Okay, let's see a few more types of relation, children. First is reflexive relation. So reflexive relation, we say that in a set A, suppose it has element A in it and A comma A which belongs to the ordered pair A cross A, and if A comma A belongs to the relation, okay, for all A belongs to all element of set A, then the relation will be called reflexive relation. Okay, we'll discuss the example afterwards. Let's understand the definition only. Okay, suppose there is element 1 in set A and relation will get 1, 1 in it. Then R will be called as reflexive relation. Next is symmetric relation. So if we say that A comma B belongs to relation and B comma A also belongs to the relation R from the set R, right? And A comma B, for all A comma B belongs to set A elements, then R will be a symmetric relation. Next is transitive. Transitive relation says that if A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, which implies that A comma C also belongs to R. For all A, B, C are the elements of set A, then the relation will be called transitive relation. Alright. Next is equivalence. So if a relation is reflexive, symmetric as well as transitive, then it will be called as a equivalence relation. So to prove equivalence relation, we need to prove the relation to be reflexive, it has to be symmetric, and it has to be transitive relation. Alright children. Let's see this sum children. Now here it is given that we have to show that whether R is reflexive, symmetric or transitive relation. So the R is defined here as x comma y, x and y belongs to natural number, and the condition is given as 2x plus y equals to 41. Alright, so we have to show that whether the R is reflexive, transitive or symmetric, right? So we have calculated all the ordered pair that belongs to relation R. So x and y are natural numbers, so if x is 1, y will be 39, if x is 2, y is 37 and so on. If x is 20, then y will be 1, right? So if we increase the value, if we put x equals to 21 here, we'll get the negative value of y. Y is 0, right? 21 to the 42 and 41 minus 42 will be minus 1. We'll get minus 1. So minus 1 does not belongs to natural number. So we'll take the value of x as up to 20 only, so that the value of y will become natural number. Now in all the ordered pair, we can see that there is no element in which has the same image, like a comma a belongs to real number. So there is no element like 1 comma 1, 39 comma 39, 2 comma 2 which belongs to the relation. So we cannot see any value here in the ordered pair, right? So we can say that R is not reflexive. Alright. Now let's see here. Suppose the value of x is 10, the value of y is 21. But if we say that the x is 21, the value of y is not a natural number. So we can say that a comma b belongs to R, but b comma a does not belongs to R. Right? That means if 17 comma 7 is belonging to R, then 7 comma 17 also belongs to R, to show that the relation is symmetric. But 7 comma 17 does not in the Cartesian product. So we can say that a comma b belongs to R, but b comma a does not belongs to R. So R is not symmetric. Alright. Last is transitive relation. Now here we can see this case that 11 comma 19 is there in the ordered pair in the Cartesian product, and 19 comma 3 is also there. Alright, 19 comma 3 also belongs to R, but 11 comma 3 does not belongs to R. Okay, we can see a comma b belongs to R, b comma c belongs to R, but a comma c does not belongs to R. So if a comma c belongs to R, then R is transitive. If a comma c does not belongs to R, then R is not transitive. Alright, so this way we can show that whether the relation is reflexive, symmetric or transitive. Let's see another sum children. Now in this sum it is given that set A has elements 1, 2, 3 and the relation of the Cartesian product as 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2 and 2, 3. Now the question says check whether R is reflexive, symmetric or transitive. We have to check whether the R is which type of relation, either reflexive, symmetric or transitive, right? Let's check, let's see the solution. So first is reflexive. So we can see in the ordered pair 1, 1 is there. That means a comma a belongs to R, 1, 1 belongs to R, hence R is reflexive. Now we can see 1, 2 is there, but 2, 1 is not there. 2, 3 is there, but 3, 2 is not there. So we can write as 1, 2 belongs to R, but 2, 1 does not belongs to R. This means that R is not symmetric. Alright. Now comes to transitive. Now we can see that 1, 2 is there, 2, 3 is there. So we'll write as 1, 2 belongs to R, 2, 3 belongs to R, but 1, 3 does not belongs to R. So R is not transitive. So if 1, 3 belongs to R, then R will become transitive, right? So we can say that final statement as R is reflexive but neither symmetric nor transitive. Alright.